Every person on board was killed when a plane carrying 157 people crashed Sunday in Ethiopia.
New Boeing plane grounded around the world after this deadly crash that killed everyone on board.
So the reason this is significant for Boeing is that it comes just a few months after a similar crash in Indonesia, known as Lion Air 610. That one killed 189 people, and it appeared to have been related to an onboard autopilot system, which made it hard for the pilots to control the flight as it went into a nosedive.
At least 35 nationalities. Among the most affected, as you may expect, is Kenya, Canada with 18, and the USA with 8.
Analysts are saying that if there's any commonality at all between the two crashes, it will be a serious problem for Boeing's business. The 737 MAX 8 is the newest version of what is effectively Boeing's best-selling aircraft in history. If you've flown commercial flights before, chances are you've flown on a 737. And the idea that these would be grounded in the US would be a major problem for one of America's most profitable companies right now. Analysts that study Boeing very closely are estimating that at a worst-case scenario, a full grounding and replacement of the software issues that appear to have been at play in at least one of these crashes and a 2-month delay in deliveries would cost the company at least $5 billion. That's about 5% of its annual revenue, which for any company, that's a major hit. Boeing has really had a fantastic run over the past 2 years. They passed the $100 billion revenue mark last year for the first time in company history. They notched a couple of really big wins in the defense segment. They've been leading the stock market throughout the last 2.5 years. This is the first major setback for Boeing, really after a very long run of positive news. The software update is called the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, or MCAS for short. Basically what that does is it's supposed to account for the fact that the engines on the MAX 8 are placed slightly differently than in previous models. The problem is that it makes some slight changes to the way that pilots can override the autopilot. And if you're a pilot, you want to be in full control.
Why several U.S. airlines are still planning to fly the 737 MAX 8.
So they've been pushing back on any speculation that they would ground the planes. They basically are saying we're in a wait-and-see mode. We don't have any information that would lead us to rule these planes unsafe at this moment. For now, Southwest and American Airlines, they're basically sticking to their guns and saying, we trust our pilots, we trust the planes, the process is safe.